election. Now, two Supreme Court judges have found themselves in trouble after petitions were filed against them over their alleged misconduct during the hearing of presidential petition. In the petition, Deputy Chief Justice Philomena Mwilu and Isaac Lenaola have been accused of misconduct by allegedly meeting some lawyers appearing for the petitioners in the presidential petition filed by NASA leader Raila Odinga. The petition has been filed just a day to the release of full judgment of the presidential petition. Let's now link up with our reporter, Sophia Wanuna, for the latest on this developing story. Sophia, we understand that currently there are protests outside the Supreme Court against the DCJ and Supreme Court Judge Isaac Lenaola.
Yes, good afternoon, Akisa. Quite a number of dozens of people outside the Supreme Court precincts where we're standing right now. They've been here for over an hour now, and they're carrying placards talking about the election was stolen. They're saying Wakora, Wako Supreme Court, and they continue, if you can hear behind me, still shouting, chanting. They're carrying twigs. They've been here for quite some time now, Akisa, and they even have a sound system. They've been shouting Jubilee, Jubilee, and so it is more of this protest saying that, in fact, they will not allow the will of the people to be subverted. So that is what is going on right now, Akisa. But also, let's talk a little bit more about those petitions. So two of them have been filed against the Deputy Chief Justice and Justice Lenaola. It is important at this point to also remind our viewers that that petition that was filed by Ngunjiri Wambogo against the Chief Justice is still before the Judicial Service Commission. It's in their custody right now. What's happening is that they're holding a meeting within the Supreme Court of Kenya, and I understand any moment from now they will be addressing the press to just give the way forward. So there are those petitions still, including the one for the CJ, still before the JSC, despite the public pronouncement by Gujri that he will withdraw it. This is after President Kenyatta asked him to do that. That was not done, at least not formally, so it is still before the JSC. Also, we're hearing there could be another petition before the end of today against Justice Mokin Wanjala. So that has not yet happened, but reports indicating that also that is a petition that's likely to come. But also to note, we've been speaking to some of the members of the JSC. The JSC now, in essence, has petitions against all the judges. And I say all the judges because those petitions against Judges Ibrahim Ojwang as well as Njoki Ndongo that were dealing with issues of absconding of duty, they had not yet been canvassed and dealt with. So those petitions by Apollo Mboya are still with the JSC, and they were also seeking that the JSC find the three judges had conducted themselves grossly. So in essence, other than Smoking Wanjala at this particular point, the JSC seized off petitions on all the other 6 judges of the Supreme Court. But as I said, sources indicating there could be yet another coming against Smoking Wanjala. So a Supreme Court under siege, Kisa, this afternoon. We'll wait to see what the JSC will be saying. But what we understand the procedure is that after an application has been filed on gross misconduct of any judge, then the person, the party to that petition, whoever is being accused, they're given 21 days to respond to those allegations, and thereafter there are processes that will follow in as far as canvassing and ensuring first, before the matter is heard, it meets the threshold in terms of merit or demerit and whether it can be considered in the mandate of the JSC, Akisa.
That the Judicial Service Commission is expected to make an address anytime today. What really do we expect to come out of that in light of all these petitions that are finding themselves on their hands?
Akisa, we expect that the JSC will communicate whether or not, if officially they've been able to receive these petitions. Remember, these are a matter of national interest. It is one we expect because of the kind of attention it draws. It will see expediency in the manner in which it's dealt with. Because one of the questions I did put to one of the members of the JSC is why do they still have the 3 other petitions of Ojwang, Njoki, and Ibrahim still in their, storage, and as far as their in tray, and has not been dealt with so many months after we know this was filed sometime last year. So they say it's about scheduling and some of the processes in the JSC. But what sources inside the JSC indicate with these petitions that are high profile, a petition against the CJ, against the DCJ. Remember, both of them are members of the Judicial Service Commission. The CJ is in fact the chairperson of the JSC. So if in fact these matters are admitted and considered by the JSC, then they would have to recuse themselves. So what largely we expect is that there will be communication on how these matters will be dealt with, communications around how things and events will play out here on out. But in as far as what else, we'll have to wait and see, because there is no agenda clearly outlined, at least to the press so far. But we understand they were discussing quite a number of issues this morning going into the afternoon, Akisa.